Hi, this is Rolf from Tesla Owners US, and today my fuse blew. And actually that's the fuse a couple of days ago. That's the fuse which actually has the cigarette lighter powered just in your Model X on the middle console. And you wouldn't believe it, to exchange a fuse should be easy, but it isn't. You actually have to contact your Tesla dealer and Ranger service, and they exchange the fuse. So in the meantime, I have to build myself something else. And the something else is, there is a portable solution, which is two USBs, as you see here, and a cigarette lighter, and a little bit wiring with a disconnect here, and a connection on power here, and a connection on mass. And this one is actually a circuit breaker, kind of like a circuit breaker. It is a disconnect, and that's for 12 volt, 20 amp. And when there's too much power going on, it opens, circuit breaker, and then after a while it closes again. So that means you don't need a fuse for that. And actually, I think the new Model 3 do have these kinds of circuit breakers already, but not the Model X or Model S. And that's why I'm going to show you today.
I pressed and say.
Okay guys, let me show you where I installed the auxiliary 12 volt and the two more USB ports. So we're going to open the car, and it was actually on the same spot as here below. As you remember here, when you go all the way down, here there was additional breaker box behind here. And you took that off from the last time from the fuse. So on that breaker box there was an access to it, and I'm going to show you it on the picture, where there was to the sub panel there was an access to a pretty big power cable, and on that power cable you could turn that off, and then you could access it again with a little round clip there, and then I connected from there a power cable for the 12 volt. So you have to watch that what wire size it is. I think 14 AWG wire size is the right wire size, the diameter, what you need to find out there. Then I connected it to here. There's a bar here always going down in aluminium, and I drilled it to that bar for the ground. And from here I pulled the wire through here in the middle, so you can clip this also off. And then I installed with tiny screws this unit over in here. So, and you can see it now here. This room is really hardly used because you can only use it up to here, and then there's a lot of room in here, but this room is hardly used. So this USB, there are two USB connected, and here is the cigarette lighter outlet, and there you can connect. And because it has a circuit breaker instead of a fuse, so if it ever happens again that I'm drawing too much electricity due to that electrical pump, the air pump for the tires, this will actually disconnect, and my fuse does not break, and I don't have to rip it apart. So, and I attached it with bolts and screws here in the middle. A little bit difficult to look at that, but it works fine. And then you see from the LED light is lighting up there, and you have two more connections here and another power outlet. Now people probably now coming to me and saying, hey, wait a second, you have there, that's not good light, maybe that's better. So they're coming to me and say, hey, wait a second,
there is too much power there now going through. Yes, that might be true if you're using all of the electricity in that box, because there is a main fuse to that box which has 125 amp. That's the F4 fuse, which is on the front box there. I'm going to show you that in some pictures here as well. In that front box there is an F4 fuse with 125 amp, and that front box has actually a power connection to that sub fuse box, and that's 125 amp. So really nothing could happen there because you have a circuit breaker there. If the 12 volt trips, if the whole load of the panel trips, then the 125 amp breaker in the front will trip as well. Or it's not a breaker, it's probably a fuse as well. I have not checked it out yet. So, but that if there's an overload on that sub fuse panel, then it will trip because there's a 125 amp in the front there. Okay, that was all. An auxiliary outlet on a convenient place with a circuit breaker in the middle, where you cannot, it does not happen anymore that your fuse trip and you have to call Tesla service to send a ranger out to get your fuse fixed. So that's an alternative solution. Hey, if you like that tip, thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and talk to you the next time. And don't forget to ring the bell to get more information. Bye-bye.
I pressed insane.